Welcome back, everybody. What do you think of the color pink? Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is it pink? But that's irrelevant. Here's what is relevant. The Red Bull Pink Edition. Yay! Now, this is a thing that we're going to be doing here. When I try a new edition of Red Bull, I'm going to be having the normal one and the sugar-free, because chances are they taste pretty much the same. But I'm sure there are a few cases where that is not true. So, I don't know. I have had pink, as you've seen in my Advent chugs, but that was the normal pink. I've never had sugar-free pink. Does it taste the same? Probably, but I don't know. So that's what we are here to find out today. Now, I doubt you'll notice, but there is a little bit of a bump in camera quality here because I got a new phone. So it's probably not going to be very visible on video, but it looks a lot better to me as an editor. So, like I said, right in front of me, we've got pink and pink sugar-free. I don't really have any particular order for this, so we're just going to start with the pink. So, of course, let's crack her open and have a sip. Ooh, it surely is pink. It smells like berries, cough syrup, and alcohol. So, overall pretty pleasant, I think, minus the cough syrup. But let's have a sip and see how it is. Bottoms up. Alright, not too bad. Actually somehow tasted better as a chug drink than a sipper. I think this one is, it's not a very strong berry flavor. What I've noticed with Red Bull is none of them have a super, super strong flavor. And this one is no different. It tastes like berries, but it's not, like, incredibly berry flavored, right? It's just, like, it has a general berry taste, a little bit of flavor. Not bad. Doesn't have the Red Bull battery acid flavor to it. It's not bad. If I had to give this one a ranking, which obviously I have to, I'd probably give this a 7.5, because it is one of the Red Bulls that I actually feel I would probably buy again. Plus, every time I pop one open, I get to ask, is it pink? But how does that compare to the sugar-free? Now, like I already theorized, it's almost definitely the same flavor, but I've never had the sugar-free one, so I can't say that for certain. So, let's crack her open, obviously, and have a sip. Oh no. Uh-oh. What I meant was, let's crack her open and have a sip. Been out in the cold for so long now, my fingers are barely usable. Okay, it's still pink. Smells exactly the same. No difference in the scent. Not really surprised. But I'm sure the flavor is also probably the same. So, let's just find out. Bottoms up. Yeah, it's like the same thing. The only thing is it's actually maybe like a slightly more pronounced flavor and kind of like, not aspartame, but it does kind of have a stronger artificial sweetener flavor. It's not bad. It doesn't take away from it at all. But like I theorized, these things are basically one and the same. And honestly, this one doesn't taste any worse. So if I was going to have it, I would just grab the sugar-free one. That being said, this one is also a 7.5. I think that's a fair rating for the two of them. And, I think it's pretty good. So hopefully Red Bull decides to make more flavors like this. I guess we'll just find out in 2026.